Jr.'s most famous quotes. There's nothing disingenuous people love more than using the words of Martin Luther King Jr. to support their own ideas and goals. In honor of MLK Day, we're taking a look at a few of MLK's most famous quotes and putting them back in context. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. This quote is often taken out of context to promote a post-race agenda, criticize affirmative action, and silence those who advocate for race to be taken into consideration while working toward a fair and equitable society. The quote is taken from Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, which was delivered before a crowd of more than 250,000 people on August 28, 1963, at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. That march was organized because King and his collaborators recognized the racial inequalities and injustices that persist in society. They did not seek a post-racial existence. They sought equity. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. This is another quote often used out of context to condemn those fighting for racial justice and equality. It paints those who advocate to end white supremacy's hold on society as the people who harbor hate. In July 1962, King was arrested while holding a prayer vigil outside of Georgia's Albany City Hall during efforts to eradicate segregation and discrimination for Black folks in the area. During a short stint in jail, King drafted sermons for what would become Strength to Love, a landmark collection of his religious writings released in 1963, which would become the first volume of its kind made available to a white audience. This quotation can be found among those sermons. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. In April of 1963, King was arrested for leading civil rights demonstrations in Birmingham, Alabama. On the day of his arrest, 8 white Alabama clergy members published their criticism of King's methods of pursuing racial equality in the Birmingham News. In response, King penned Letter from Birmingham Jail from his jail cell, denouncing white liberals and moderates who he said were more devoted to order than to justice, and underscoring the immediate need for racial justice. This quote comes from that 21-page publication. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Almost as if he knew his followers would need the reminder as they continued to fight for civil rights without him, these words are pulled from the final Sunday sermon MLK delivered before his assassination. The sermon is titled Remaining Awake Through a Great Revolution, and echoed within the Washington National Cathedral on March 31st, 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. had a beautiful way with words, and anyone looking to show respect and reverence for his memory should do their homework before borrowing a quote for a cause he would have never co-signed.
Constructed, you usually have an architect who draws a blueprint. And that blueprint serves as the pattern, as the guide, as the model for those who are to build the building. And a building is not well erected and solid blueprint. Now, each of you is in the process of building the structure of your lives. And the question is whether you have a proper, a solid, and a sound blueprint. And I want to suggest some of the things that should be in your life's blueprint. Number one in your life's blueprint should be a deep belief in your own dignity, your own worth, and your own somebodyness. Don't allow anybody to make you feel that you are nobody. Always feel that you count. Always feel that you have worth. And always feel that your life has ultimate significance. Now that means that you should not be ashamed of your color. You know, it's very unfortunate that in so many instances, our society has placed a stigma on the Negro's color. And you know, there are some Negroes who are ashamed of themselves. But don't be ashamed of your color. Don't be ashamed of your biological features. Somehow you must be able to say in your own lives and really believe it,